evening, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Live. I am joined, as always, by the guy who puts the C in the 4C like 4 times, Mr. Ken Carson. How you doing, buddy?
I'm better than I was 10 minutes ago.
So I feel like it's been forever since we've done a live show. I don't even know if there's anybody watching. It's probably just you and me talking, but you never know. Oh, Jason's out there.
There's 4 people watching.
Yeah, hey, listen. Well, they're probably all.
It'll slowly start to grow. Jason, you coming to Megacon?
Well, I mean, he lives in Orlando, so I would imagine.
I know a lot of people live in Orlando that aren't going to Megacon.
Well, what are they thinking? What are they going to go to, like the NFL All-Star matchup game thing this past weekend? That's
well, you can't. It was all private.
It's all it was awful, is what it was. That's just something they just need to make. Either make it just a list of people who make the Pro Bowl and stop all of that, or go back to hitting. That's what I want. Do that. Jason is passing here. He's passing. He's saving for Heroes Con. Wow. All right. It's a good call. Heroes Con is a great show, but it's not going to be as epic. Well, I'm not going to say that because we're going to be there too. It'll be the next epic show after this epic show, which starts in 2 days. Megacon. We got a lot of stuff to go over tonight, everybody. We're going to go over. We're going to go over 2 weekends ago. We did a couple shows. We did a show in Portland. We did a little show called OAX. We're going to talk about those. We are going to talk about some awesome news about commissions for Megacon. We're going to talk about just all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to show off some stuff. It's going to be it's a really cool. Yeah, I hope we are. I mean, you showed me. You're going to show them, and then they'll show everybody else, and then people will build stuff, things. So, anyways, I'm going to drink a drink, and can you talk?
I don't know what to say. Oh no. So anyway, let's talk about the past.
Let's talk.
The past is Portland and OAX happened on the same weekend. My wife was at OAX just selling original art. She did pretty good. We actually sold that Gambit cover that I showed the week before, plus another cover and a couple of other pieces. So it was a pretty good show in that regard. Portland, on the other hand, Bill got some paintings done.
He did. Listen, Portland was a show. It existed. It was in Oregon, and Ken was there with Mike DiCarlo and Scott Hanna. And
no, Scott wasn't in Portland.
Scott wasn't in Portland. No, he was. I was confusing him with New Orleans. Yeah, just Mike and Bill. But yeah, so that happened.
It was probably too many artists.
Yeah, it happens. But all right, so those shows. So those shows. I mean, they were slower shows, but listen, Bill has been doing this painting thing. He's been building it up. He's doing some new stuff. Anything that he did there is probably going to come down to Megacon. So we're going to have lots of paintings, and he's going to be working on new ones. We have ideas for 4 days in Orlando. So he's going to be doing lots of cool paintings, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Well, you actually sold 2 Pacheco covers at OAX, didn't?
The Green Lantern and the Gambit.
Yep, they were both Pacheco and Jesus Moreno covers, and we sold both of those at OAX. Sold some prelims and stuff, so that was a good show.
It was not bad, not bad.
No,
you're
currently yeah. Well, listen, you're currently selling some prelims with our friends over there at Clan McDonald, right? You got some Bill prelims out there?
Yeah. Anybody who's a member of the Clan McDonald, we have prelims up from Bill Morrison. Never seen before, so that's the place to get them. So last time I checked, we had put up 61 pieces. I think 25 of them had sold. So we're almost halfway through, and he's leaving it up till Tuesday. So yeah, who knows? We might sell it out. That would be pretty friggin' awesome.
Yeah. So even if you got, even if you're not going to be able to make it down to Megacon to see Bill, it's a chance to get some Bill artwork right there. So there you go.
Oh, anybody see the Fantastic Four trailer?
Finally, when you watch it, listen.
I was thinking, I might talk to Morrison, maybe, because the kid, what's his name, Quinn, is going to be at Megacon. Maybe a little Johnny Storm action might happen.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that would be killer. Yeah, he has drawn him before. He did an Asa on one of those pop toys. He did the Eddie playing the guitar to Master of Puppets. He did a cool.
Maybe a Johnny Storm with some fire.
That's amazing. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I was stoked. I am so happy. I cannot tell you how happy I am that the thing has eyebrows. I'm sorry, it's a little thing, but I was so tired of it never looking right, and it looks right. Once again, some people think it looks a little animated. It's not. They haven't finished the product. They have 5 months before this comes out. They're gonna tweak it. It's gonna look more, realistic. But it just the fact that they got it right. It looks.
Any of you dipshits out there who's complaining about the animation, why don't you go back and watch Star Wars, dipshits? Yeah, all right, tear apart that anime, the effects. I mean, come on.
Well, listen. Who knew that Ken was going to be a Fantastic Four apologist? He's out there right now fighting for this thing. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the victory.
I was talking to Scott Shaw, who's not here tonight, by the way. Sorry, you're sick.
Oh, wait. And also, timeout. Becker was in the chat. I wanted to say, I hope you feel better. Both Becker and Scott Shaw are both feeling a little under the weather. Ironically enough, they're nowhere near each other, so they're sick for two completely different reasons. But I hope they both get better and are here to join us next week for a little recap of Megacon.
I told my wife that I said Scott and Becker aren't going to be on the show because they're sick, and she's like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh," I said, I can't get sick over the internet." She's like, "Oh, I thought you meant." No. So, but who knows? Maybe you can. But anyway, yes. What was I saying? So, I was talking to Scott. Yes. And Scott said people are going crazy over the Fantastic Four, saying it looks horrible, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking, tell me I'm wrong, Jeff. The MCU is on life support, right? They can't miss on this one.
No, it's not going to miss. It's not going to miss.
Feige's back in, you know what I mean? It's not going to miss. It's leading into the Doomsday movie. It's not going to miss. It's just not.
Listen. I am completely all in on this. I love the way it looks. I like the fact that the director, it was not very busy. It was not very busy.
You could have driven a Zamboni side by side with another Zamboni down the aisles. Mike DiCarlo had the best line of the weekend. He goes, "Did they sew people's pockets shut in Portland?" The best thing about Portland was the llama.
Oh yeah, they did see the llama.
I did see
the no drama llama.
The no drama llama. I saw him coming down. I saw him coming down the aisle, and I said to Bill, "Either that's the best Cusco cosplay I've ever seen, or there's a fucking llama in the building."
And it was a real llama who was very nice.
It wasn't Cusco. I thought it was. I was a little excited it was going to be Cusco. If I was the guy, I would have dressed up as Pacha. But
there you go.
We'll never saw that movie. I'm gonna make him watch it when he comes here for Megacon.
Yeah, listen, I am all in. Fantastic Four. I got this at San Diego this year. This is my Fantastic Four fan. I am not opening it. I'm leaving it shut. Souvenir. It's going to be a great movie.
Right. That's right.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I think it looks good. I think it looks. You got the director of WandaVision who knows that kind of '60s kind of stuff from doing that. It's going to be good. I honestly think it's going to be a really, really good movie. And we'll find out in July when that and Superman come out, and we'll see. Hopefully they'll both be good, and then we'll have lots of great comic book movies. We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, and if Becker happens to be in here, Chiefs 24, Eagles 34. Just saying.
Yeah, I can't.
They said a team traveling from the East to New Orleans has never lost a Super Bowl in New Orleans. It's done.
That's a nothing stat. It's a nothing stat.
Listen, football is all nothing stats. I mean, seriously. I mean, what was it? Remember the stats about, Green Bay not losing when the temperature is under a certain degree and all that?
Until they did. Right, exactly. Until they do.
Until they do.
Right. Well, I'm going to say I said it kills me, but I hate the Eagles with a fiery passion that I cannot explain to anybody else. So I have to root for the three. I can do that.
What did you say?
What did what say? Oh, Jesus.
I took you off the screen before you could say Kansas City.
Kansas City. The Chiefs. I'm rooting for the three-peat. Rooting for the three-peat. I want the Eagles down. I want them to take their Philly cheesesteak butts back to Philadelphia with their tails between their legs.
All right, listen. I will give the three-peat. I will give Kansas City the three-peat, okay? But Mahomes is not the GOAT.
No.
But
It's
everyone
not gonna
thinks he
make
is.
him-
They're talking about the GOAT. He'll be the
No.
GOAT if he wins. No. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but he's not.
No. Sorry.
He's
Listen,
he's a good quarterback for this era, but he's not the greatest of all time. He's just not.
let's have him do it with different offensive linemen, different defenses, different wide
We'll see
receivers
what
and
happens
running
when
backs.
Chelsea retires in 2 years.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways,
we'll see.
but he's a very good quarterback. He's really good on his feet. It should be a fun game. I'm hoping, because otherwise I just have to shoot myself, because this is definitely not the Super Bowl I wanted to watch.
Nobody
Go
wants to watch.
Commanders. Go Commanders. Go Commanders. All right. Anyways, next year. We got next year. All right. So enough football stuff. All right. So let's go. Let's move on to some other stuff. I did want to break some news for you guys. Can we get some breaking news? Can I have a breaking news, please?
You got to give me a little more heads up there.
No, I'm good. Can I get a breaking news, please?
Where is it?
I don't have this just in earlier today. Our illustrious leader, Mr. Ken Carson, spoke to one Mr. Doug Mankey, and he has completed all of the commissions, all of them. They're all done. They will be traveling with him to Megacon. In advance of those, Ken has a pile of published artwork by Mr. Doug Mankey that we will be bringing to Megacon. It'll be there at the table. Lots of Batman, lots of other
I
stuff.
essentially have 4 issues of Batman Offworld. That Doug, I think it was the last Batman book Doug did.
Yeah,
I have almost 4 complete issues of it. Thank you, JJ, for sending all that crap to me.
Yes, and JJ, if you're watching, nice box. Ken enjoyed the box you shipped it in. He was a large fan of the
I tried
container.
to use it, but I stuffed it too much. So I did get it.
All right, so that's one breaking news. Yeah. So now, if I was going to say that we have other breaking news, it would be not only is he done with his commissions, but one Mr. Pat Gleason is done with his commissions. So his commissions will also all be delivered at MegaCon. We will have those in hand to get them out to you guys, because we know you guys have been waiting a while for all these commissions. Doug for quite a while, not a little while for Pat's either. So we're very happy. But the other breaking news.
There's another breaking news?
There's always more breaking news. There's lots of breaking news. The other breaking news is not only is Kerry Gamble going to be done with his commissions for MegaCon, but he sent us a couple of photographs, a couple of pictures, scans, if you will, of some artwork, just to give you an idea of what you can expect from the sketches that he does. So these are a few that he has. I think these are going to come to MegaCon as well. So if anybody's interested, these will be available. Not right now, because I don't know it for a fact. He was just sending us a bunch of stuff, so I'm pretty sure he's bringing this with him. But here's an example.
He said the stuff he's bringing.
Yeah. So this is This is a Spectre sketch. See where he has the X's that he didn't fill in the blacks. You get a little Black Manta. This is sort of the quality you can expect of these like awesome sketches that he does. And I really love this one. Look at this. Oh, come on, the Creeper. Come on, how awesome is that? So these are just some stuff that he had.
It would be great if you had them inked.
Yeah, and if only there was a place where you could get them inked by, say, I don't know, one of like the 5 inkers that we'll have at our table at the show.
Well, 5, but we definitely have 2 of the greats, Mike DiCarlo and Scott Hanna.
Yeah, listen, people can ink. There's other people around.
Bill would probably ink.
Yeah.
Mankey might ink.
Yeah, well, it's team ups. That's what we want, team ups. Speaking of team ups, Mr. Kerry Gamble also sent us some scans of some original artwork that he just happened to have lying around that he's going to be bringing to MegaCon. We just pulled a couple of them out to show you guys. This is a nice little from Clark Kent's novel. So you get a little Clark Kent walking through Metropolis. This is ones where he said I have some nothing artwork. So he has this this Spider-Man from
the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man.
Yeah, 1991, just battling the Vulture. Got a few of these. There's this one. There's This is a Teen Titans page, just lying around. Just some
What if
stuff.
we had a what if page?
What if we had what if we had this what if page from 1995? What
When
if the Hulk
what if
turned
the Hulk
in,
became Maestro, which became reality?
was that a Spidey? Why, yes, it was Human Spider. But there's another Spidey that's pretty cool.
They're too small for me to find out.
Oh yeah. Well, he can't pick them all out. But this is but this looks like a Star Trek sort of spoof. It's got Deanna Troi and Geordi and Picard on it.
And Jeff and I can't remember, but remember when Marvel did the Marvel Universe? Didn't DC do one? And we think this might be from that.
Yeah, look at this. Gamble inked by Jank. Beautiful piece. Like, this is just some stuff that he's just got, hanging out, just sitting around his house. He's going to bring. You got this double edge. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. Major Bummer. Yeah, maybe it is Major Bummer.
Major Bummer was Mankey.
Let's see. This is another Superman page. Now, coming up, we got some pretty, these are some lighter pages. They're just some things. He's got more stuff to bring. We're not going to, but like, this is a great, this is basically the opening page to a Superman issue 34. No Superman on it, but it's the first page of the book. So that's kind of cool. You get a one page, nice and detailed. You got some
Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels. We got a couple of pages from his Fallen Angels miniseries. This is this is issue 1, Fallen Angels page. Very cool stuff. We have another one in here too somewhere. But that one's really nice. Hold on, Ken's going through them all. There you go.
Deadly Foes.
Yeah, another Deadly Foes. This is from 91, guys. So you get some cool Peter Parker action on this one. Another Fallen Angels page from issue number 7. That's a great one. Here's a awesome Superman from the Clark Kent's novel issue. We're trying to figure out some of this stuff. We're trying to figure out exactly where it came from, but it's published. It's on from DC Board. You get a Kerry Gamble Superman. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, this one's great.
Oh yeah. How about this vintage 80s Power Man page with Iron Fist all over it? This is one of the top. It's awesome. Like I said, I want this page. Ken told me I can't buy it because,
when I called shotgun on a page, he told me I couldn't buy it.
Well, that's we try not to eat into the company profits. It's hard though because we like it so much. So yeah, you got this awesome page from Superman number 27, and then the piece de resistance is coming up after this. This isn't even the best Spider-Man piece in there, and look how awesome that is.
Yeah.
Come on, this
isn't the one I was playing for.
Oh,
that is.
Look at that. Opening splash, full Spidey whip webs, 1991. Holy metal
Spider-Man. Says right across the top, Stanley presents the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh.
Then you get the shadow of the Vulture on the building in that's so cool. Oh, yeah. It's done in Zipatone or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Look at the rooftop of the building. Holy smokes.
Just fantastic. So
crazy.
Exact
words to me were, I found some stuff.
Yeah, he found some stuff. Anyways, that's not all of it, but we wanted to show you guys a bunch of stuff. I was trying to see if he had any of the commissions. I tried to see if he could take a couple pictures of those to send. He just didn't get them back to me in time for the show tonight. But he's done. He should be done with all of those. So Megacon's looking great and wonderful. We also got Mike DiCarlo's going to be there. Bill Morrison's Peyton. Scott Hanna's going to be there. We already sold you Doug Mankey's going to be there. Maria Wolf is going to be in our section. Pat Gleason is going to be adjacent to us right there. So we've got a huge wall of 4C fun that's going to be going down at Megacon in just 2 days.
Yeah, Emilio, the pages will price somewhere between an arm and a leg. No, I'm just kidding. No, we price things fairly. I mean, stop it.
Listen, we've shown art before.
I mean, we're not going to sell that Spider-Man splash page for $300.
Yeah, listen, that stuff has to be realistic. Don't come in with any low balls, guys. These are pages that are first time being seen. They're not stuff that's been laying around, going from dealer to dealer.
We haven't even priced them yet. So
No, but we haven't. But like I said, listen, we really hadn't priced the Green Lantern cover or the Gambit cover before we sold those. This is the advantage.
I just didn't show them.
Well, listen. What I'm saying is the people who watch our live show, we have a special affinity for. Marcus, stop trying to get stuff for a 900% off. So if you guys saw something in that you're like, oh my God, and you want to beat the rush and you got a real offer, you can always message Ken or I. We will always entertain until we price.
I mean, I sold the Gambit page 10 minutes after the show ended.
Yeah, last time we showed it off.
It was sold before it even got to OAX. So
yeah,
we have no problem with that.
But yeah, that's the total excitement and stuff that we've got going on here. We even have more excitement stuff that literally happened. Look how cool that is. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that literally 5 minutes before we came on, we heard about that we cannot talk about, but we will be so happy if it turns out the way we think it will.
When we can talk about it, we will talk about it because it is.
Oh God, at nauseum. We will talk about it at nauseum. But please, if you guys are in the
4C, might be pulling off the biggest signing in the history of this industry. We are digging up Kirby.
All right.
No.
Ken, listen, it's epic. If it happens, it's epic. Anyways, I don't want to dwell on that because Ken loves to he just wants to so bad. But
no, it's way too premature for anything like that. But let's say it's something we've been working on a bit, and I got a phone call that it might actually happen. So
fingers crossed. And as soon as we find out, we will definitely.
We might not announce it. It might have to be announced in other ways. So.
Well, I'm saying as soon as we can talk about it, we will talk about it all the time. But yeah, we might not be the ones who get to announce this thing. So, any new paintings from Bill Morrison? Yeah, yes, there are.
You guys want to see the stuff he did at Portland? I'll grab it.
This stuff is available for if anybody wants to buy it before we bring it to Megacon. You guys can get first crack at this stuff. Portland was, as we said, there was tumbleweeds that were rolling through the aisles.
Well, the first thing Bill did. Hold on, I can put myself big here, right?
Make yourself big, yes, please.
Which anybody who's on a 4C page definitely saw this.
Homer Hulk.
You know, people, I was lucky enough last week. Scott Shaw invited me to on Fridays. Him and all of his cronies have like a Friday call where they all sit around and get together and talk. They just shoot the shit. So he invited me on, so I got to go on there. And the first person to pop in was Sergio Aragones. So Sergio's looking at all my art on the wall, so I'm posting up on. I showed him this, and he goes, "Why is Homer green?"
Cookie is having a good time downstairs in your house.
I am about to go down there and beat her old ass because she will see. She's like 16 years old. She can't hear. She can't see. And she starts barking and she won't stop. I timed her up here one day. She did this one bark, this syncopated for like 45 minutes until I finally went down there and said, "Shut up!" So that's about that.
All right, guys, this one is going to blow you away.
It's not done.
It's not finished.
It's not finished.
Go full screen. You've seen Homer in the hedge.
In the bush, we have Galactus in the crackle.
Galacta Homer in the crackle. I love it. And it's not finished.
Yeah, he's got a couple touch-ups to do. So Bill and I were having breakfast on Friday morning at Portland, or Saturday morning in Portland. I'm sorry, Saturday morning. And he was talking about paintings to do, and he goes, "I know you don't want to do another Homer in the bush," but he said, "What if we do a variation?" I said, "What do you have in mind?" He said, "What if I drew Homer's Galactus coming out of Kirby Crackle?" I said, "Bill, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I love it." I said, "You're going to break the internet." And
there you go.
Yeah,
Jason,
yes.
I want that. want that.
Message me, man. They're both available. We have a few cool ideas for things we want to do at MegaCon. Obviously, it's also, I don't think we're doing they're doing the painting thing on Thursday night, but we're not participating.
We have stuff. Listen,
I'll do it again, but not at MegaCon.
No, we're going to be doing enough painting at the table. We don't need to do the painting where there's all these other people around. It's kind of been billed as like this one company against another company. We're going to let them have their Thursday night fun, and they can do that, and we'll just do our stuff for at our table with our people. And I will say, Marcus, listen, if you're serious, if you want that piece and you want a little Bart Silver Surfer or Silver Skateboarder on there, just say the word, buddy. That could be yours.
We talked about really, Silver Surfer on there, and Bill was like, I don't know where to put him. And
it would look really nice next to the crotch goblin, is all I'm saying. Someone wanted to know what the prices were of the paintings.
Well, the prices are based on the effort that Bill puts into it. So they're different prices. So the Homer, for instance, is $700, and this one is $850.
So yes, it's based on time. It's based on
time and how much content, how much work
content time.
Puts into it. That's how we're doing it. Subject matter really doesn't matter. It's how much time is he putting into it?
Sure. Well, I mean, you could 2 characters because it takes longer to do 2 characters. If there was something like that, it would cost a little more. But
yeah, I mean, we've talked about there's going to be some there's going to be times when he might do stuff at home that's a lot more finished, but it's going to be more expensive too. But I mean, listen, I just shipped out a color sketch cover that Bill did of Homer, and we charged $500 for it.
Right, and this is
a painting for $700. I mean, it's a steal.
No,
it's an absolute steal. Yeah.
It is. It's perfect. And they're not obnoxiously large either. These aren't like the Allred paintings that you saw from OAX last year, where it takes up half a wall.
Yeah, they're 16 by 20, so they're big, but they're not crazy. You can get it for 16 by 20 frame for it easy.
Yeah,
I mean that's why I picked it. I didn't want to go with an odd size. I mean, 16 by 20 is it's a decent size.
It's almost a twice up comic book page. It's really not that big.
Yeah. And Cookie's still barking.
Kill's still barking. What else?
So they're great pieces, and anybody who gets a chance to pick one up at MegaCon, or if anybody out there wants it, we can certainly do shipping if you needed to. We can talk about that kind of stuff. It's lucky. You're going to be lucky. There's a chance that if this painting thing starts really taking off, Bill's not going to do color stuff anymore if it's not paintings. So there won't be any color options for sketchbooks or anything. We're not doing that stuff anymore. We're trying to get away from just offering up the same old all the time. Bill's he's in the fourth quarter of his career.
Well, he's also an insanely great artist who's done published painting work. He's done movie posters. I mean, not just the Little Mermaid, famous poster, but he's done other Disney posters. He's done horror posters. He's done other, fine art pieces. It's like, this is right in his wheelhouse, and it's something we've never offered before. So you got, that's the thing.
He had a palette knife, and I said, "Did you ever use a palette?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "Can you do a painting with a palette knife?" Sure. I mean, imagine a palette knife painting by Bill. I mean, he's truly. I'm fortunate and blessed to not only work with him, but call him a friend. I mean, he's truly a talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I told him that he says all the time he's a great mimic. And him and I were watching something, and he was talking. Oh, we were talking about Family Guy, because my daughter said, "Can Bill Family Guy me instead of Simpsonize me?" So I said, "Bill, could you?" And he goes, "Sure." He goes, "I just got to look at the characters to see what is the technique that they're using to draw that way." And he goes, "It's kind of easy." And I was like, "For you, it's easy because you're a great mimic, so it's easy for you." I said, "Bill, that might actually be your talent, that you can basically look at somebody else's artwork and draw just like them. That's a talent." I mean, he's amazing. I mean, these paintings are. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. We're kicking around some ideas. We will consider we will consider things that people say, but it's ultimately Bill's choice of what he wants to do, because he's got to want to do it. Like, for instance, the Hulk, this piece right here. When he was doing this piece, he was flying through it. I mean, he was killing it. And then when he got to the pants, he slowed down, and it really. And he told me, he said, I'm running out of steam with this painting. But he was also getting interrupted constantly when he was doing it. And Bill is definitely one of those artists who, when he's on a roll, he's on a roll. I mean, there was a time we were at a convention and I told him to do like quick head sketches. And I went to get something to eat, came back, and there was 10 of them on my chair. He was just ranking them out because he was in that zone. So, it's getting him in that zone like he was doing when he did the Homer in the Bush, when he did the Jessica Rabbit. He was in the zone.
Yeah.
So, and when he was doing Galactus, he was in the zone too, but he ran out of time. And he was just doing he just got a couple touch-ups to do. He wants to put a little more reflection in, the helmet. He didn't like the way the blue was going and on the vest. And so he's just got a couple little touch-ups. And Cookie finally shut up.
She did.
But here comes Bruce.
So there you go. And listen, guys, I'm also going to be bringing some art to Megacon. So if anybody is interested, I've got some Barry Windsor Smith page here from Rune that I'm going to be bringing to Megacon. I got a couple other pieces that I'm going to bring. This one, I love this because it's got the BWS right there. It's got that solid, we call that the slug signature on there. And it's it's also it's got his regular signature down here at the bottom too. But
speaking of, you need to show that to Bill Morris.
Oh, is he a big Barry Windsor Smith fan?
He is. Of course he is.
Of course he is.
And I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. He's done that to me before, where I've brought stuff to shows to sell, and he's like, I want that. He goes, just sell it to me. He did. I had a wonderful Captain America by Joe Sinnott, and he's like, I don't know anything by him. I'll take that. I was like, all right, take it out. So, anyways, but yeah, just a couple. I got a couple things I'm going to bring down there. There's no art dealers typically at Megacon. So, if you guys are looking to move art and you got stuff that you want to sell and you just want you don't want to have to go through the hassle, we buy, come to us, bring it to us. We'll check it. We'll take a look. We'll see if we can do something with it. We know guys.
We did a big deal. 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we bought I think I bought we bought 20 pages or something from somebody. Yeah. They came all at once and did a big, huge deal. But we're always doing that. And like I said, there's no art dealers there. It's just artists. So if once again, we're gonna have tons of art. We're gonna have so much art for sale. It's gonna blow your mind at this table.
We have art dealers on speed dial, so we can get
that too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep this show kind of short and sweet tonight. But we did want to show you that Kerry Gamble art. We wanted to show you some examples of what his work's going to look like. We're going to be doing sketching at Megacon with Kerry. I have no doubt that he's going to be full the whole weekend. Scott's going to be doing stuff. I can't wait to see people who want to get stuff inked by other guys and stuff. It's going to
those pieces that Kerry Gamble has. I mean, I would love. When I saw it, I was like, man, I would love to see Scott hand ink that.
Yeah,
that Spectre piece.
Oh yeah, because he just has those X's in there, and what it would look like if it was all blacked out. Just great. Yeah,
and Scott's one of those guys. He's used to working because that's how John does things.
Yeah.
Because we had a piece one time, and I gave it to Bill to ink that John did, and Bill, he struggled with it, and he did it once and he didn't like it, so he did it again, and he kind of got it. And when we were together with Scott, Bill said to him, "Do you have trouble inking John?" He goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "At first," he goes, it was. He said his first trial page was a John Romita page. He was like, I don't even know what to do with this. But once he figured it out, clearly he knows what he's doing. And so there's some sort of way that John does things that they don't know where the shading comes from, but so they have to read it this way. It's like it's technical stuff.
Yeah, and listen, talk about another great mimic. I mean, Scott Hanna is just insanely great. I had him do a spot on Paul Smith cover recreation that it was done by Bob Wycheck, had done some pencils for a cover that Paul Smith had done, and I asked Scott if he would do it in his best, style of, and he just completely just killed it. So he can do anything.
Yeah, I actually got a piece from. I had a Mark Bagley pencil sketch of Spider-Man for years. I got it before the pandemic, and I brought it to San Diego. thinking, maybe I'll have somebody ink it or something. And Scott Hanna happened to be there. So I gave it to him. And he inked it and he gave it back to me. I was like, it's not enough. You got to color it too. So he said, do you want watercolor? I said, absolutely not. So in New Orleans, he handed me this.
So there you go. Bagley Hanna, Spider-Man. Look at that.
And yes, it's on the original board with the pencils. I don't care what you people say. This is how comics were made. So this is how my commission is made.
Listen, I am a fan. If I want to see something inked, I don't do a blue line. I get it inked on the original. Otherwise, I just don't get it inked. I don't need 2 pieces of the same art. I want 1 piece of awesome art. That's what we do.
And then I did pick up a piece in Portland. It's a painted piece, not by Bill Morrison. Actually, I don't know who it's by. But it's Pinky.
You got full screen, and you got to tilt it back.
It's Pinky in the Brain,
as
from Star Warners, the episode Star Warners. The funny thing about this is if Bacon was here, he would tell you. Bacon would say, "What are you doing today, Ken?" I say, "Same thing I do every day, Pinky, trying to take over the world."
Exactly. Classic.
Yeah, love it. But anyway, Clan McDonald has a bunch of Bill Morrison art. It's all prelim stuff. It's all actually right here. There is some great stuff there. Some of these pieces might be sold already. I don't know. But if you go to Clan McDonald, I mean, you can't afford the painting. How about a sketch of Homer?
Yeah. Look at that. And you know what I'm realizing, Ken? I'm realizing after OAX, like Bill did no shows last week on Comic Art Fans. We didn't do a show last week because you were just traveled out. So this is like the first live, like one of these shows that have been on. These people have not known what to do with their nights for a week when all of us were off the air. And now we finally have this. I'm like, this is why people are here. They don't care what we're talking about. They're just happy to talk about art and look at all this beautiful artwork. But look at these guys.
This is a prelim to Bart Simpson, I think number 2 or 3. It's an early issue of Bart Simpson.
And these are all going to be at Megacon.
No, these are on Clan McDonald.
These are the Clan
McDonald. I don't know where you're going to see them.
Oh, there you go. Those are all Clan McDonald ones. Then there you go. Look at that.
So yeah, if you're not going to a convention this year that Bill's at, there's no way you're going to buy this art unless you get it through Clan McDonald.
Yeah.
If you're a Dodger fan, how about this?
Nobody's a Dodger fan.
Oh yeah, that's right. The whole Ohtani thing.
Yeah, Marcus, I don't know how you survived the last week. I really don't.
And you're not an art collector unless you have Homer on the couch in his underwear. You're just not. You're just not. Or Bender bowling. This piece I think was actually sold.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is another cover prelim with notes all over it. How great is that? I mean, that's the best part about this. Is all the notes, production notes, because these are all production pages from the early Bongo days.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a piece that Bill did for Mannheim.
Oh yeah,
Mannheim Comic-Con, and then Bill actually ghosted Matt Groening. So he ghosted Matt on a Life in Hell calendar. The one franchise that Matt does not let people mess with is Life in Hell. He holds all of that stuff. He does most of the art for it, but for calendars and stuff like that, he would let other people do things. But unlike The Simpsons or anything else, Matt, Life in Hell is his. He calls all the shots on that. So there's just some of the stuff that's on the Clan McDonald page. So go visit Steve and those guys. And we're going to be doing a lot with Steve. We're going to be partnering this year a lot with Steve. He's a great guy. And I mean, quite honestly, he's got a huge following on Facebook. And as much as I tried to grow the Facebook page.
Listen, we know what you guys want. We know what you want and what we're good at and what we have tried to get better at. And then sometimes we're just like, we're just like done. We throw in the towel, but we don't throw it in completely. We just, throw in the towel with other people who do it better than we do. And everybody wins. Like we always said, we're not all fighting for the same dollar. There's enough to go around.
Yeah. And there's just so many other ways to use things. I don't have to make 4C Comics a buying page. I can make it an information page.
Absolutely.
This show here, usually it's a sketch show, but we don't have as many sketches as we used to. Sketch shows. So, but we do have one coming up. I don't know if we confirmed it yet, but it was Mr. Filippo was bringing us somebody.
Yeah. And guys, and we're also, while he's looking for that, we're also going to be trying to beef up the live sketches once we get to Megacon. We've got a lot of people who were interested in it before, and we just need to get back in touch with them in person.
And there's a bunch of people that I got information from. We'll be doing the same thing at Megacon we do every year, recruiting people for the live sketch shows. I mean, live sketch shows aren't going away, guys. You guys always come. There was a few where we were kind of like, is anybody even going to buy this stuff? And you guys really, you came through, and which makes them happy, which makes us happy, and we continue to do it. So I'm glad that we have our niche that we do here at 4C, but there's other things that 4C does as a company that you see in other places. That's all.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for being a part of the 4C family. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And listen, that's all the news that's fit to print. So I will be flying out day after tomorrow to down to sunny Orlando. And what's it like down there? Is it okay temperature wise? Is it okay? What is it like, Ken?
My wife is currently standing 10 feet away from me trying to figure out why the air conditioning is not working because it's hot out.
Don't have that problem here. So yeah, I'll look forward to that.
It's about 80 today.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow here next Tuesday. Oh, okay. All right. That's nice. Anyways.
All right. Thanks, guys. We will see you. We'll have a show. We might have a sketch show next week. I don't know.
And we'll definitely have a recap show because there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that happens in Orlando. And unlike Vegas, what happens in Orlando is talked about all over 4C Comics. So you guys can hear all about it. So thank you guys so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And please, if you're in Orlando, come and see us at Megacon this weekend. And bye.
See you.